Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to part 11 of the EVA pod build. Today we're going to actually get finishing up all gluing all the panels together now that they're all pretty much got light boxes and everything, so let's take a look. Well, hello everyone. Sorry about the last little round there. My camera battery died. Or, not the battery, ran out of memory. So, forgot. So I don't remember exactly where we were at, but I kept on trucking. I had to dump that whole card, which took a while. Yeah, we got this whole side here is pretty much glued together, and light boxes are in and all powered up. Look at that. As you can see. She's all powered up except for the red light down there. Like I said, that's going to be on a separate circuit from the buttons. But all the green buttons down there, the white light, the red light up there, all those are up. I glued this piece and that piece this morning before my doctor's appointment. Or as soon as I got back, actually. The screens aren't working because they're going to be on a separate circuit. So. And this other side's just, at least these two pieces still have to get glued, but they're ready to get glued right now. So yeah, this whole side is all done. Got some light blocking to do. I wanted to wait light block up here until I get this actual paneling, because I might not actually even have to do much light blocking, because this is going to cover it all. Pretty sure this one might need a real big trimming. I don't know if I have them set out per side, but yeah, we're gonna have to trim a lot to get those to go down. The red lights are light blocking really well, but yeah, I still gotta do some painting on all that anyway. Some tulip in this whole entire region. The controls look good. Really happy how that came out. That chrome pen works amazing. Glad I did these in the gun steel. It gives them a gray, blackish look to them instead of, I think they just wanted them a gloss black or something. But yeah, all this is in there and looks pretty good. And, yeah, I'm surprised that's negative stayed on that long. And I sat there and let this run for a while to see if there was any issues, and it's always good to do that. Give it a, sometimes even overnight or for a day, let them run. This way, especially while they're open. So if you have any issues and the bulb's going to go out or something's going to happen, it's going to happen when you can fix it. So yeah, we're ready to do this other side. I mean, I don't remember, because like I said, exactly where we were at. I think we were working on this light box. I just finished putting it on and sealed it. Bent these out of the way. I had to grind a little bit on the little angle part of the box, because of where I wanted to hit this piece. Or wants to hit this piece, that's part of the wishbone, I hear people call it. But grind it. I will need a little bit down in this one corner, and it fit. This one's going to fit fine, I think. Might have to do a little grinding right there. Maybe right in there. Yeah, because I can see where it's making an imprint. So we'll grind. I'll just grind out, just like I did with the other one. I just sat there and ran the wheel. And just ground the whole thing flat. So I'll probably just do that again. But yeah, now we can get to this side. Right now this is how I can power this up, but this is going to power this strip, and then hopefully I can get something to come out here. And my other thing is I'm hoping that there's enough room. This isn't getting in the way of anything when that front comes on. That's my only concern. making sure that all can. I guess I could. I don't know if I can kind of try to look. Well, you don't realize how big this thing really is. There's the front half. I don't know if we can see how this is going to go in. I'm thinking like that somehow. I don't know if it shows you very well in the book. Probably, yeah, just showing the pieces go together. I don't think that window that would come on the inside, unless there's another piece there. I didn't see any other piece. Regardless, I don't see anything coming close to hitting these spots. I'm assuming it fits in that little notch there like that. And that is the way, right? Yeah, because that's where those panels are. And that's where the arms go. So that would be the bottom. So it's got to go in here somewhere. And it fits the right radius. I think it just fits just like that. So what I can do, we can start, nothing to it but to do it. Let's just start doing this other side. It's going to be a little more interesting because we already have a side here. But I'm wondering if I should get all these pieces glued on first. And then try to do the boxes. Like this can go on now. At the very latest, that could go on last. But the only problem with this going on now is I really can't do much work while that's drying. Yeah, so we got things to do. But we might as well do this right. I think the other one I worked on these and then did that. I could do it that way. But I think it'd be much nicer to get this structurally together. So, well, this is going to be the last piece. So, actually, I did it like this last time. It was tough getting glue in there. I'm just going to lightly put a little bit here. We don't want it to squish out all over God's creation. And that's probably even more than I want. Alright, the rest we can tack from another way. I think it's going to be easier to set it in and work it from this way. Thank you. Because you could sit there and wobble and weeble all that glue. That's sitting there pretty good. So we'll just let that go. Wonder if I should try to get this one in. There it goes. It's going in. That'll also help keep everything in shape. So we can do that. So I like to run a toothpick down. Just to make sure there's not that little pool that's going to sit there and want to squish a ton of it out all at one time. This is going to be interesting doing without seeing the results on the inside. But being that this fits so well, I'm going to have faith. Now, I'm just going to take a quick peek. Oh, everything looks good. And I see that it wants to move a little there, so we'll take a little tape. Squish that one down. Same thing there. There we go. Now I don't know if I glue that to the bottom. Next, I lost a peg there, but I got that one, and then these slots. Actually, I think I work on this and then I glue it to the bottom, and then I can work on looping these because I think I'm going to come down. Well, I kind of have to, so we're going to come down and around the bottom. There we go. We'll let that set. So, till next time, in a little bit, we'll come back and I'll show you how much fun I had installing these boxes. But now at least this whole side will be set up and cured, so we can just truck right along. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. Where she's at is she's all glued together as far as this as a one unit now. We got the controls in; those look good. And I went through and painted more stuff and light blocked more stuff over here. But I just got done gluing these panels, these light boxes in on this side, and just plugged it in, and it looks good. It's working good. Now we can go in there and run some tulip in the corners there, and then we'll do a black paint. So I don't know if you can. Let's turn off the lights. But yeah, that is this side. So everything's glowing good and nice. All this back here. We just got to connect the red wires, the red lights. They are back here plugged in, and just got to loop them. But they're going to be on a separate circuit from the buttons. I'm going to have the buttons on a circuit. And like I said, I have switches coming. I got 3 blues, a white, and a red, but there's no red buttons on this side. They're on this side. The red's going to be the main power. The 3 blues are going to be to turn on the lights for the buttons. The other blue will be to turn on the monitors. So the monitors I'm going to put all, 6 of them on the same, and then the red lights will be the 3rd blue switch, and then the white switch will be the headlights on the front of the pod. So that'll be cool. I can hit up here with a little black, I see. Yep, I missed that. went over all these back here. I think we're good with these light boxes on the towers. I'm really happy how that came out. Oh, and the ceiling. Let me show that while we're filming. The ceiling's coming out really nice. That true red looked good. I painted it all black first to give it the red a little deeper red. Plus it gives pre-shading, especially in this parts here. Then hit these rings separately. Then did the red, and then I did a rust red and sprayed it in like little highlights, or pretty much lowlights. But I used this raised paneling here. Sprayed it on there. Sprayed it around these and around these openings. Sprayed it a little bit on here and into the crevices of these parts here, and then the crevice here. I hit that rust red, and just lightly, so you barely see it, but it's there. Then painted the insides of the window, or these switch ports, control ports. Did a panel liner wash around these greeblies here. I did that before I did a clear, and it kind of melted them in nice and get some more of a shadowy kind of look. Got these control panels put in. Got light blocking and bleeding to take care of around those, but not much. It's in the seams. And because this is a blue clear plastic, it wants to shine through. So when I actually glued this clear plastic part that I sprayed blue, that has the actual buttons on it, I actually had to, on this rim, actually paint that rim black before I glued it down on the inside. And I'm going to do the same on the outside. Any part that's not need to be hit by the light, so you can see where it's got to be hit with the light. And I did hit an extra little bit of blue transparent paint, but I might hit a little white on there to simulate the white plastic, so the light looks like it's going through more of the milky white plastic. I'm going to give that a try and do a test. That might make those those buttons look more like those buttons if it goes through a light mist of white paint. And then I can do that with the ceiling too, and then do its light blocking and stuff on there. Got the actual lights and the red ones there in, so we can start building here. These I think I can definitely build some boxes at least as high as these, which is I think the height I want them to be. And it'll just be probably an LED strip that I'll paint the lenses red. Here we got plenty of space, so we'll do the same thing. I think it's 2 LED strips we'll put in there, and then try to get one to fit in there with the arc, even if I have to build a square box. But I got to see how much room it is for that one. These I think we have room, I'm not sure. All this I got to test. These I know are going to be small, little SMD right there in the center of the cluster of 3. That's all it's going to need. And I'll have to see how much room I got. But it looks like it's probably going to be face plant right onto that. That's why the white paint will actually come in handy too, because it'll diffuse the bulb a little more. So, I'm also wondering if I should try a warm white light up there. And then I got the handlebar grip up there. I did it in a gunmetal, and then I used a flat black and painted the center part of the beam bar a flat black, so it looks like it has like a grip tape around it. I did the same thing with the bar in here too. I tried to do, like, because this black is so much black, I did the flat black on this semi-gloss, or matte, and you can barely tell because I tried to do that grip so it looked like it was a flat rubber or something. But You kind of can, but not much. But it really comes off on where the ones I do the gun steel. So, but that's where we're at. Like I said, everything's working fine. I wonder before I go if I can get these things to grab the wishbone part and this side at the same time. This side I couldn't do because it's way over here and this wire wouldn't reach over here. But now that I have a side with it's right here, let's see if I can get these things to grab a terminal and a wire at the same time. Oh, I have that one. No, I did have that one. We did have it, folks. For a moment. Well, let me pause and see if I can get this to work. Okay, I got it. I just had to clamp that other wire together so it didn't keep sliding on me. There. And we got the wishbone going, and this whole side, minus the red light and the monitors, and this up here. That's what I'm going to work on next. It didn't take much to do this thing, but how square are we here? How far out are we? That's what I'm worried. Yeah, see, this wall is going to really come in. In order for that to make that, that's got to go there. And you're supposed to hook there. So that, but you got plenty of play. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I hoped. There's tons of play. Yeah, so we're not bad at all then. I can squish this, and I can completely, and this is where it really was. So we expect those to be out. So this is our wire to connect to this light box and this light box. Which are already right here. Already silvered the inside and blacked the outside. It's just going to be finding somewhere to tuck this. I don't know if this is the right one. I did have one sort of set aside per side. This one fits this side better. This one might not need much at all. A little trim in there because it's getting close to the monitor. Let's see, we can just run some tulip right into that seam. Have our wire coming out that'll plug into the main breadboard, and this we can glue right to there. Stay clear of the tabs for the ceiling to go in. Yeah, so that one's not going to be bad at all. Let's see how this one fits over here. This one fits good over here. I think it's this side. I know one of these I tried and it was not happy. Those wires out of the way. Oh, that's fit. That one's doing pretty good. Oh, so this will be easier than I thought. I just got to leave the LEDs off this edge about 2, maybe 3 millimeters off this edge. Well, that one fits in there good. And that one fits in there good. Huh. I must be mistaken. I can't believe that. Yeah, like a glove. What I do is just place them down and clamp them tight. Alright, this isn't going to be too bad, folks. So, but I won't bore you with that. It's just Sticking an LED strip down and wiring this wire to it, and wiring one of these with the plug in it out the other end, clamping it down, and testing it. Fingers crossed, testing it, and we'll backfeed it the right way. Of course, I'll test it before I'll solder this down and make sure everything. That's a smart way. Each time you solder a connection, especially when you're jumping between a box and a box. Let's knock these out so I can glue the whole thing to its base. That's the next priority, and then I can loop the wires. I think I'm going to go down below from one to the other, and then the other one up, and then loop between these guys. Yeah, I guess we'll come from one, come up, from whatever one, don't matter. We'll come up from this one. We'll loop down out of this one to this one, come up to this, and we can, either way, we can come up to this and come this way. See if what our runways are the best. If it's best to come up in through here, probably. And we can come up here, loop around to this one, come up, across to this one, and I'll put 5 of those red lights together. And since we're using this one for here, this one will send one of these connector wires to the board, instead of trying to get one of these down. I guess we can come out of this one and go down. Yeah. Since it's a short, really, it's not that far. It's shorter probably than from way back there. Just boom, right to that board. Yeah, it can come right down. The red board's going to be down here. These guys, these 3, well, they'll get looped. We'll probably bring this one up and bring this one up, and then come down, and then I can attach to the circuits with the interior, the rest of these buttons. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you watching. Until next time, happy modeling.